Talk 1065 Outdoors. Mike
Time
Bailey,
to purpose.
the pioneer of the Gulf Coast wine scene,
Time to
and
purpose.
award-winning food entrepreneur.
I know a lot of you wondering what to do with your moon pies. So I've got some wine suggestions for you. Lemon moon pies, Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blanc, or Pinot Grigio.
Stuart Reb Donald, acclaimed food and travel writer and world-class chef.
I was the chef of the casserole. I made the casseroles in the frozen food department.
For more than a decade, they've combined their expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or ought to know. Wartime Taste Award finalists, 12-time Nephew Award losers. They are the dynamic duo of dining. Keep screaming for more. Mike and Stu on FM Talk 1065.
Yes, that wine spolioli on a Sunday morning. About to be the hottest day so far this summer. But
And the hottest day
outside.
ever for August the 18th, too, I believe.
It could be. Could be. And of all times,
Records were made to be broken.
and of all times, my air conditioner is out. I've got to get the word this morning. I'll have to have a new air conditioner, possibly, if they can't find the right motor. But it won't happen today.
Yeah.
So I need a cool place to stay at tonight.
Hey, well, you know, I've got a spare bedroom that you can't use.
Okay. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Sip and Chew Show, y'all. We're sitting here just sweltering. It's not too bad. It was actually
There's a
nice
breeze.
this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went outside to check on my air conditioner this morning, see if it was froze up because it was too dark when I got home last night. Go look at it, and now we luckily I had a bunch of fans. And
Well, you know, we've been on the air 11 years, so as you know, both got fans.
so anyway, welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And busy day yesterday, man. Went to the I judged at the Baldwin County Foodies.
And if there's one thing Mike and I like, it's to be judgmental.
Well, I like to judge.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have David Calmetti on after a while and
Talk about
we're gonna
judging.
talk about some more judging, and we like to judge. But yesterday was a sweet gig. It was a real sweet gig.
Knee slapper.
It was all baked items. All baked items. So that was awesome.
Nothing fried.
No, I don't think so. No, there were some pies.
Oh, fried pies?
Like have little fried pie, handheld fried pies. But we had I forget all the categories, but I'm gonna go over the winners later, and you're gonna hear one familiar name over and over and over
Over
again.
and over and
over and over and over again, which we only expect that. And it's like when she entered the room, everybody
Yeah, it was.
we're doomed.
I have a feeling.
Was that?
Where were you?
We were at the VFW Club on Morphy Avenue in Fairhope, and they loaned their facilities. Also, Aloha Kitchen was there and making some great bowls. And oh man, I got the fried rice with the pork and the steak.
What was the event?
It was the Baldwin County's Foodies Bake Off. And it was so much there to eat. And I just I really hadn't been on the diet like I should, but I just had to throw it out the window.
Shocker.
Just like every day.
Just like and I'm probably going to throw it out the window next Saturday too. But that's okay.
Obligations.
Yeah, we have an important job we do for our community here and our listeners, and we just got to do it.
Hey, they don't call us the dynamic duo of dining for nothing.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, mainly they call us that because that's our marketing.
Yeah. And it's good marketing.
Yeah, we put out the graphic that says that, put that in the radio announcement stuff.
There you go. But yeah, we'll talk about when we come back from break. We'll talk about the Bake Off, and then they got other plans. We had Chase Yamagata on the show before,
Right. Great
and
guy.
then Joe Emer and Chelsea found out about the Bake Off.
Uh-oh.
So they had Studio
Chelsea's
10.
hilarious.
Yeah, love her.
Yeah.
And we love the cheesehead too, you know.
Yeah.
But it got a lot of publicity, and the place was packed yesterday.
Good.
I mean, they have
Good.
a big room to hold events there, and they got
Like a
boards.
VFW post to us?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay.
And they got boards they put over the pool tables, beautiful pool tables, by the way. And then they cover them with cloths to, when they have dinners and all that. One thing that Carrie told me yesterday, who runs the place, she said that at Thanksgiving time, they open it to the public for people to come in.
Is that the one that's right down on the bay?
No.
Okay.
It's
American Legion. Yeah.
And
that's a beautiful
And
facility.
you got the Elks Club across the
Right.
street. Yeah.
That's a beautiful setup there
But
too.
the VFW there in Fairhope, at Thanksgiving, those people just don't have any family.
Mm-hmm.
So they open their doors on Thanksgiving and they feed the community for free. And it's awesome. It's awesome. But we had a good time yesterday.
And they say there are no
Great
free
turnout.
lunches.
Huh?
And they say there are no free lunches.
There is sometimes.
Yeah.
You gotta know where to go. So, what's going on? What's going on in your world, Steve?
Just listening to you guys at this moment.
He's trying to produce the show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to produce the show.
What about you, Steve?
Catching up on everything else here.
Yeah.
Well, as I was telling you off the air, a buddy of mine recently survived a widowmaker.
Mm.
And I was chatting with his wife last night, trying to help her make the adjustments to eating a healthier diet that still is packed with flavor. So I'm going to try and pass on some of the information that I sent her. One of the things that I told her was get low sodium chicken stock, low sodium beef stock, a little cornstarch, and you've got a passable gravy. That's not too bad for you.
Okay.
Because there's really no fat in the stock. There's no gluten in cornstarch. You're just using it as thickening agent as opposed to a roux, which you usually cook the flour mixed with fat. So those kind of instant stocks like that turn into gravy easily. That's not too bad for you. Tons of spices and herbs. If you got to cut down on the salt. My brother, when his wife was on a super low salt, as in you don't get any salt, he would just coat a steak with enough garlic powder and onion powder to almost turn it white. And man, you couldn't tell the difference. It was delicious.
Wow.
Just garlic powder and onion powder and no salt, but a lot of garlic powder.
I've done that.
Yeah.
And I've used a lot of things to stay away from the salt. But,
Yeah.
Salt.
And part of it is there's natural salt in everything like that. I mean, that's just like there's salt in us that we consume, but other things consume it as well through the water table and what have you. So you're getting by with just the natural amount of salt.
Yeah.
It's just like a no sugar added kind of thing too. And I turned her on to, like I shared with you, the G. Hughes line of sauces that Chef Hughes took all of these things and he focused them on diabetics.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a problem throughout the U.S., but it's an extreme problem in the Black community because of the traditional foods.
Yeah, the rich.
Right. And the soul food, which we grow up here in the South. So in the South, it's kind of interchangeable. But in other parts, diabetes is running through there.
Right.
As good as anything you could get out of a bottle.
That's all I buy is the sugarless barbecue sauce.
And you're fine with it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's still sweet.
Yeah. He's just getting natural sugars from other places without having to add it, because adding sugar is a cheat code.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, well, this tastes okay. Well, throw some sugar in it. Well, now it's sweet, and that's stimulates your salivation and makes you hungrier.
Yeah.
Makes you want to eat. Doesn't necessarily mean it tastes good, and that's why you keep seeing it end up in stuff that, like Jiffy cornbread. It's horrible stuff, cornbread wise, because it's too sweet.
Yeah.
People are now putting sugar in collard greens, folks. They're called bitter greens for a reason. It's supposed to be bitter.
That's right. I had a bottle of wine the other day. We tried, and it was no sugar.
Right.
No sugar at all. It's from outside around the Lodi area.
Was it good?
It was delicious.
Yeah.
It was old wine's in, and it was
because that's one of the issues with alcohol is, I mean, sugar's a big part of it.
Well, sometimes they add what they call bricks, and that adds sweetness to it, and it helps the alcohol level.
Yeah.
So it does that.
Yeah. So I just, I was sharing with her some tips because, I used to have that chef consultant job years ago. May have been before we started the show. But where I helped people with their healthy diets, and I said, I've got a great dish called chicken fried knot steak. Be perfect for it.
251-343-0106 is the Callahan Irish Social Club call and texting line.
Woohoo!
And I didn't go to Bob's today.
50 years.
I went yesterday.
Showcase the history, style,
Sorry, I was
dining and
involved.
entertainment.
I just
Excellence on
called
both
y'all.
sides of
Sorry.
the way.
Sorry.
Each concession is filled with our
Sorry
I've
to
been
interrupt
saying-
you doing your job.
Sorry, actually, I meant to say two.
engaging articles and
Say first two initials, letters.
into the pages were recipes, familiar places and faces, and untold stories
What's
about
going on, Steve? That's
MobileBayMag.com. That's MobileBayMag.com.
If you need to rent equipment, you need it fast.
Daniel
You need it to be
Colby from
right,
American
and you need it to be
Ticket.
easy. In other words, you need
No.
Thompson Rents.
Oh,
We know exactly
was
what you
okay.
need
And I
because
think
we
he
live and
battled
work what you do. Our business is homegrown and local, just like yours. Since 1957, Thompson has been with you every step of the way, with equipment to rent or buy.
He's been to
that
Mobile a
fits
couple
your
of times.
needs
They
and
had
your
a
budget.
traveling burlesque
Today,
show.
we've got it all, like cat compact equipment to rent or buy, including skid steers, backhoes, and mini excavators. Plus, allied brands like Genie, Toro, Almond, and Finn, with pumps, aerial lifts, carry deck cranes, light towers, and more. All backed by people you probably not only know and like, but who you can absolutely trust. So visit ThompsonRents.com for more details or the location near you. Thompson Rents. We're here for you.
Do you like following your favorite high school sports teams? Do you want to know more about the actions of state, county, and city leaders? Do you want a newspaper that speaks to you and your interests? If you answered yes, you should be reading the Call News. Since first published in 1897, the Call News has reported on the issues that matter to the people of South Alabama and continues to be ranked as one of Alabama's best weekly newspapers. Purchase the Call News at many grocery and convenience stores in South Alabama, including Walmart, Rouse's, and Circle K's. And if your favorite store doesn't have it, let us know and we'll make it available.
Look at here.
If you want the Call News delivered to your home, we
Slam all
can do
the
that
rumors
too
of her
for
death.
less than $1 per week.
See?
Call us today,
American Picture Star Daniel Kobe called out
251-866-5998.
she died.
That's 251-866-5998. Or visit us online,
This post from August 10th.
thecallnews.com, and get connected to the Call News.
Yeah, the very first post
I'm
is
ready
Daniel
to
Colby
invite
is
you to
not
join
dead.
me, Coach Rick Cleveland, and Coach Mark Lasseter.
But it was
Thompson
mainstream
Tractor
media.
Sports Report. We'll be coming to you
Wasn't
live
an
from
internet
the
rumor.
Eastern Shore Toyota and Hyundai Studios for 2 hours beginning at 8 a.m. every Saturday morning. We'll visit with coaches, athletes, administrators, and more as we'll keep you up to date on all things prep along the Gulf Coast and the state of Alabama. Wake up with the Prep Sports Report team this Saturday morning starting at 8 a.m. right here on FM Talk 106.5.
They are the dynamic duo of dining. Sip and chew with Mike and Stu. Call 343-0106. And Stu.
Well, that's us.
That is. I like that song, Low Down by Bob Seger that was on that other promo a while ago. But you know what else is Low Down? Low Downtown, Bob's Downtown Diner. It's not low downtown, but
You were talking in, off air
Uh-huh.
about having a meatloaf omelet.
Omelette, yes.
Omelet.
I don't eat omelettes a lot.
I do.
But I do. I've made something similar at home. I just chop them up more at home. But that Bob's Downtown Diner has a new item on the list, and it's 4 eggs. It's called Badass
Mhm.
Meatloaf. Yeah, Badass Meatloaf Omelet.
Right.
And it's got meatloaf in it and some other spicy stuff. It's got some good stuff like spinach and all that in there. That was delicious, and it was huge, and because it took 4 eggs to make it. I had it, and it was fine. And it comes with sides. I wasn't expecting the sides. I just thought it was going to be, just an omelet. by
Sides of
itself.
what?
Grits.
Grits. Okay.
So, and
usually with an omelet, I'm good with an omelet and a couple pieces of toast.
And I did get whole wheat toast. So I did
Oh, there you go. That makes up for all
What
the
was
meatloaf
spinach?
in your omelet.
the eggs, the spinach, and they balance. So,
Yeah.
whatever. So, and it was, but yeah, Bob's Downtown Diner, corner fat happy. they were rocking it yesterday. They were doing really well. Even though it was hot, it wasn't too bad early in the morning, but it was good weather and a lot of people sitting outside, and that's the way it used to be. And it will be with the cooler weather coming.
Yeah.
Just as soon as the first kickoff happens, it gets cold outside. So
Immediately.
immediately.
Which is less than 7 days from now. We have college
Absolutely.
football.
The temperature is going to drop in 7 days. So, anywho, and then we certainly want to thank Bob's Downtown Diner for making this show happen. And another folks we want to thank is Hall's Sausage and Wholesale Meats, which you can now get in all the Piggly Wigglies over in Baldwin County. And soon you'll be able to get them at the Rouse's in Baldwin County and Greer's.
There you go.
So if you're over there, be looking for it because it's coming to those stores, but it's already in the Piggly Wigglies.
You got tailgate season coming up, folks.
And you need that Hall sausage.
Try a different sausage each week.
That's it. And Deborah posted some of those videos of the barbecue and all them using the Hall sausage, and it just makes me lick my lips when I see those videos. And she does a good job doing her own video stuff.
Yes, she does.
She does she might have another career there. She don't have enough already on her plate.
Or she has a really good Canva account.
I wish I could use Canva better than I do, but I don't. But also, we want to thank Butch Cassidy's over there on Florida Street in the heart of Flochelle.
Yep.
And which I hear.
If you've always wanted to go to Butch Cassidy's on a Saturday, but it's just too busy, wait 2 weeks. Because Roy would be the first to tell you. He said, "Football season kills my Saturdays."
You know, he used to really pick up business, but now I think so many people just stay home. So I guess that they can hit their TV or something, meet their wives and kids and stuff like that. Because I'm just kidding, folks. Just kidding.
Or is he? I mean, the police blotter the last 17 years or so.
Yeah. So anyway,
boss, I'm going to shoot your house.
There you go. So anyway, yesterday I was a judge. I was like the master judge for cheesecake category.
I bet you were drunk with power, weren't you?
Not cheesecake. I'm sorry. Carrot cake. I did carrot cake. But I was amazed how many entries they had for the cheesecake. God, it was.
How did you not snag that?
I don't know, but there were only 6 entries for the carrot cake, but the cheesecake.
How much variety can there be to carrot cake?
8 or 9.
But with cheesecake, I mean, you make a cheesecake and then you top it with something.
You know, or not.
Yeah.
Was there any
savory cheesecake? That's what I would have come in there
with. You can make the star the crust. And one lady did. And she said she makes it just like they do in the Keys. But her crust, she doesn't use graham crackers. She uses something else. And but she used cream cheese in her cheesecake. And it was delicious.
That's a New York style.
But I didn't judge it. I didn't judge that category. I did the carrot cake. But yesterday there were so many.
In the six varieties of carrot cake that you tried, was there anything that just really was like, wow, that's different? I've never had carrot cake like that, or was it just these were really good?
They were very close. You know, and all of them, their icings. 2 of them were really good, and their icing wasn't overpowering sweet. Some of
you want that tang from the cream cheese because that's a cream cheese icing.
Right. So, but here's some winners and bread pudding. Excuse me, Phil. The first place was a lady named Christy Baker. How appropriate of a name to have if you're in a baking cook-off.
Yeah, the only thing could have been better would have been if her name was Betty Crocker.
There you go. But anyway, she won first place in bread pudding. I didn't try any of that because there was a lot of food left over.
There's a lot of variety in bread pudding too.
Yeah, it is.
I try to never make bread pudding the same way twice.
Connie Childs came in second. Okay, brownies. I didn't try any of this either.
Ooh.
Jenny Donahue was first. Emily Gerlinsky was second. Third place, Patty Clark.
I know that name.
All right. Carrot cake. Amber Jelinas first. Sonia Steffields second.
Glad you read over this beforehand.
Patty Clark third. I know that name.
Yep.
Cheesecake. Laura Bent was first. Patty Clark second.
Yep.
Anita Coates third. She had a really good cheesecake. All three of those were phenomenal. I did try a lot of cheesecakes. Oh God, chocolate cake. This is, I almost went over the top with the chocolate cake. Patty Clark first.
Yeah.
Regina Lamont second. Ashley Rakowski third. Okay. Chocolate chip cookies. Ebony Cousins. Patty Clark second. Benita Coates third. And there were some people who entered every category.
Yeah.
Key
Sounds like
lime,
Patty Clark.
key lime pie. Patty Clark, Anita Coates, and Shannon Garofano. Shannon makes, she'll bring cakes up to the wine
Could it
board.
possibly be Graffino?
Graffino.
Go Raffino.
Go Raffino, yeah. And she'll bring cakes up to the wine bar, and they're just absolutely, they look beautiful. You don't want to cut them,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to.
Yeah.
You got to.
Not if you eat them all in one bite, Mike.
Pecan pie.
Which, that sounds terrible. There were no pecan pies?
Yeah, pecan pies were Mallory Coward. Scott Hunter, there's a male, not the football player.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, was it the Scott Hunter?
No, and Nancy,
Go ahead, Cole.
Nancy Hardy. I had a couple slices of the different.
I love pecan pies.
Yeah, I do too. And one of them was really good. I liked, but the lady who made the cheesecake using cream cheese, key lime pie used cream cheese and a different crust. Her pecan pie was just delicious. And but she didn't. It wasn't
Ellen
dark.
Seafood Grill used to have a
Oh, yeah?
butterscotch pecan pie,
Okay.
and it was fantastic. And then they told me the secret: make a pecan pie, get some butterscotch syrup for ice cream,
Mhm.
pour it on top, put it in the microwave for 30
Wow.
seconds. I went, okay, that's easy.
But congratulations to all these folks. And Patty Clark won she won 6 ribbons.
Mhm.
She came in first in 2 categories, second in 2 categories, and
She hit for
third.
the cycle.
Yes.
She hit for the cycle.
But all this is possible. Well, first of all, it was all coordinated, put together by Chase Yamagata, and he did a wonderful job putting this together. He'd been throwing it out there for a while. But I also want to thank Kerry Copeland Lambert at the VFW for making the place available. And it was just a great, great fun time. Great fun time. And everybody's like, we want to do it again. We want to do it again, but do a different category, maybe. I'd say we need to do a you can do pool boys, yeah. That'd be fun.
Arlington Park.
But do a category, something like that, and get some more media attention, besides us and Studio 10. But had a great time.
What else do they need?
Should have been there.
They got Studio 10 and us. They've got the world in the palm of their
just
hand.
just about. So, real quick, want to say I want to mention what the national days are today. It's National Pinot Noir Day. Go out there and get you some Pinot Noir. It's also National Fajita Day.
Fajita.
Get you some Pinot Noir in your fajitas, and then you can.
Do you know what fajitas means?
I used to.
It means that dish, that steak dish with the tortilla. That word means that dish.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it doesn't translate. Because I asked a friend of mine what chimichanga translated to, and he said it really doesn't, but the closest is Little Monkey Girl.
Mm-hmm.
He said, but that's an American dish. It's not Mexican. So I asked him about fajitas, and he goes, yeah, fajitas means that dish with the steak and the onions and the peppers that you put in a tortilla.
I always get fajita quesadillas. That's the way I like mine.
Fajita nachos are coming too.
But it's also ice cream pie day. So that's a good day. Pinot Noir, fajitas, that dish.
So are you going to
cream
get
pie
a
day.
dark chocolate ice cream pie to eat to go with the Pinot Noir?
That's an idea.
251-343-0106. What the heck is that, Mike?
That's the Callahan's Irish Social Club call and text in line.
You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant.
FM Talk 106.5, the Gulf Coast Weather
Danny's
Authority,
on the line.
and Dr. Bill Williams.
Danny's ready.
Okay.
The Gulf Coast can expect mostly sunny skies today.
Yeah, I've come to drop the ball on Brooke, but she said she really wasn't.
Good morning,
She
Danny.
really wasn't ready.
Good morning.
So she's
We
gonna have a
got the
media
break,
day.
and then we'll come back to you.
All right, sounds good.
She's gonna
Thank
have
you,
a
sir.
media day, but she wants to get open first.
Here on Dr. Bill Williams. FM Talk 106.5.
And
Rates,
what
policy
usually
forms, and
happens is
availability
they never
vary
have
by
to
state.
get
Did you know
box out
life
the
insurance
door.
rates are near record lows? If you own life
Start with the
insurance,
media.
or if you're thinking of
Create
buying
the
any,
buzz
why
first.
spend more than you have to? Since 1986,
What is
AccuQuote has
Danny's
helped literally
official
millions of
title?
people just like you save a fortune on their life insurance.
CEO
Here's how they do it.
Solution.
They monitor the
He's a
products
Calumetti
offered by
brother.
dozens of the most well-respected brand
And
name
he's
life
got the
insurance
hand
companies you
stuff.
trust so that
Yeah.
you get the
I didn't
lowest
know.
rates.
And when it was
For
a
example,
magazine,
a
it was
healthy
published.
40-year-old can buy $500,000
But I
of
don't know whether
10-year
he's
level
got
term
they
for
do
less
the
than
vaccine?
$20 a month.
Yeah.
20 and 30-year rates are also
He's
available.
reads that.
Don't forget to ask
Yeah,
them
I
about
mean,
the new term
former
life plans
VP
that guarantee
Business
your money back,
Development,
even if you outlive your
Facebook
policy.
there,
Take 5
CEO
minutes
and
and call
owner.
AccuQuote.
Renaissance man.
Call 1-800-318-1787. Find out how much you can save on your life
Could bring it
insurance.
back on and
Call
ask you.
CEO
AccuQuote
and
today
co-owner
at
did the Discovery Gulf Coast, Alabama.
1-800-318-1787. That's
Does that sound about right?
1-800-318-1787.
Yeah, Gulf Coast.
Alabama Pals,
Coasting
People
is,
Against
yeah,
Illiterate Today, is a
organization.
statewide organization that has many programs that can benefit your county, school, city, or community. The Alabama Adopt a Mile program, the Don't Drop It on Alabama Spring Cleanup, the Alabama Coastal
I mean, I
Cleanup,
guess I
and
could
the
ask him
Alabama Clean
directly.
Campus
That would
program
probably
are all
I
programs
want to
available
phone
to you and
to
your groups. Join with Alabama Pals, and let's all do our part in making Alabama truly Alabama the
We don't want you to
beautiful.
overthink this.
Hey, Danny, quick question. Danny, quick question.
Yes, sir.
Your official title is what?
I am CEO of Alabama Coasting.
That's what I thought. Okay. I knew it was, I was just trying to look you up online. So, all right. I just wanted to make sure I had it correct for the podcast. So, thank you.
All right.
Our best talk show and plain living for Alabama and the Gulf Coast with host Bill Finch, your best lifestyle show. Thank you for taking the time to vote and, more importantly, listening to locally owned Hometown Talk on FM Talk 1065. For more than a decade, they are the dynamic duo of dining. Mike and Stu on FM Talk 1065.
Well, Mike, all this talk about food competition, man, it's really got me in the mood for some food sport.
Yeah.
Anything you can do about that for me, buddy? Can you feed my hunger?
Well, you know, I don't know if I can, but I think the guy we got on the line can, Mr. Danny Calumetti.
Of the famous brothers Calumetti?
Yeah, that's it. The one, the two and only.
It is two, right?
No, there's actually 4 brothers and a sister.
Oh,
She's the brains of the outfit.
I think I've heard that before.
That's right. But there's only 2 of us in food sport, so that works out from that standpoint. Hey, it's football season.
Yes.
Almost.
Yep.
Almost. So this is, well, first off, patty cakes is fabulous.
Yes, she is.
Patty cakes is fabulous. So one of my anyway, moving on. So we got in terms of football season. So we got the 2nd annual Coastal Tailgate Cook-Off Challenge over at the Wharf. This is a project with the Coastal Alabama Business Chamber, and they purposely do it the last weekend before SEC football kicks off. So it's over at the Wharf. It's on the grassy knoll between the hotel there and the Wharf. And we're actually going to stripe it off in terms of for a football field. We'll have cheerleading outfits. There'll be prizes for best. But the main thing is the competition for a World Food Championship ticket is focused on tailgate challenge. So your best tailgate food. And the category this year is bacon.
Not tofu?
Not tofu.
Not tofu for tailgating, huh? That's bizarre. Bacon is, that's weird.
So yeah, so we're gonna put bacon out there. The interesting thing is that, and Mike, it's gonna be challenging for you. Mike's gonna come over and help us judge this event. But the interesting thing is, all the competitors are restaurants from the area. So we usually have a good handful of what we call backyard chefs. But I mean, you've got everything from the Floribama slew of restaurants, Coastal and the Floribama Yacht Club and all that. Lulu's is there, Bellagio, Cobalt, Wolf Bay, Taxi Jacks, the Gulf. It's just Island House is going to be there. So we got 14 competitors. And the thing is, they're going to cook their competition dish, which is we've talked about before. That's turned in as an appearance dish and 5 samples for the judges. But the other part of that is they're also going to be providing a People's Choice selection may or may not be the same thing as their competition dish, but that'll be available for the public. And so the public, it's a $20 ticket to get in. You get your sample tickets, and you get to choose not only from the People's Choice entries that each of these competitors, but Rouse's is going to be there. They're the grocery sponsor, so they're going to have a big tent. They'll be providing some samples, and a couple guys that you know, Billy Stitt's going to be there. It's bacon. So
He knows a little thing about bacon.
Billy's going to be there sampling his bacon for the crowd, and a friend of his and yours and mine is this lady named Deborah Hodges. She's going to be there actually with Billy in the same. They're going to be doing. She's going to be sampling some of her Great Hall's tailgating products. So
excellent.
It's going to be a fun event. One thing that we were worried about, and there was actually some notion that there may be a slight break in the heat, but last year it was just murdered.
It was.
So we've got a tented area for patrons. We're going to have some tables for them under the tents. We got some fans and some misters. So we're taking some precautions to make sure we take care of our patrons.
Right.
It's going to be a great time. It's 12 to 3 at the Wharf. So there's still certainly tickets available, and I'm just pumped about the teams that are here. You know, it's just going to be, you know, it's one of the teams that's not a chef's team, a restaurant team, is the Orange Beach Grill Sergeants. The Orange Beach Police Department. But I will tell you, they have a ringer in their mix, so that's not a rookie team. So, and it will be for a WFC Golden ticket in Macon this year. As we talked about previously, that's been moved to Indianapolis, and that's going to be a fun World Food Championship event. So that's going to be cool. But yeah, and so the interesting thing is, I have a second World Food Championship event following this down at Dauphin Island on Friday, September 6th. Now this was going to be in seafood, and it's actually the competition. I'm building it as an invitational because it's going to be there's only a few slots available. We're going to have 6 to 10 chefs there. But this is the year of Alabama food. Tourism always picks a year. So this is the year of Alabama food. And we're actually celebrating Alabama Gulf seafood. So I got some support from Representative Chip Brown. Of course, the town of Dauphin Island is rolled up their sleeves and helping us. And then Chris Blankenship with Alabama Department of Conservation. They're, you know, obviously it's Alabama Gulf seafood, so they're working with us on sponsoring and helping us with that end of it. But it is going to be a seafood competition. So we'll have that WFC judge that competition dish. And these contestants will also be providing a People's Choice. So the individuals that get to come, they will taste and judge those samples. But it's a celebration. So we're going to do this from 6 to 9, and starting at 7 o'clock. This will be at the community center down at not Orange Beach. This is Dauphin Island. Community center at Dauphin Island. Starting at 7 o'clock, we're going to have music by the street folks, and so we'll break out into a big party.
That's a good band. Good band, good fun band.
So we're celebrating again Alabama Gulf seafood, awarding a golden ticket in seafood. Again, competing in the 2024 World Food Championships in Indianapolis. So.
Cool.
So it's going to be, we got a few things lined up for the next little bit. So anyway,
awesome.
Both of those, they can find out information by contacting me, Danny at Alabama Coasting. The registration for the mygulfcoastchamber.com has all the information about the wharf information, and then we've got a link on our alabamacoasting.com page for information about tickets for the World Food Championship down in Dauphin Island at that event as well. So it's going to be good foodie time for the next couple of weeks.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
We're getting into the foodie season, so
foodies and football
and good weather.
Yeah.
Foodies and football. Yep. So anyway,
what was that first website again? My Golf what?
mygulfcoastchamber.com. That's gonna be a lot of fun over there for that event. Expecting a good crowd, and the teams, we had a preview meeting, and we actually talked with all the teams about the criteria that the judges do, so they understand how they're going to be measured, and they're really excited about it. I will tell you that one of the questions we got was what is bacon, and so we've included the definition. Of pork butt, so they can expand it. It's not
pork belly, you mean?
Pork belly. What I say?
Yeah.
Pork belly. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. So we'll have some of that. It's going to be interesting to see what they come up with, and it's going to be fun.
And when I was at Mars Hill, I used to do a baconless BLT.
Why?
Because I had been sent a gallon of Bacon A's from the makers of Bacon A's.
Okay.
And it was really good. You just use the Bacon A's and put lettuce and tomato on there, and it tastes like you're eating a BLT.
Yeah, no crunch.
Right. You were missing the crunch.
You just imagine some little old lady going, where's the bacon?
People were resistant because it's like, well, if it doesn't have bacon, why do I want it? Would you like to try it? And then I give them a little piece like, oh, that's really good.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and the other thing they sent me was bacon salt. So I sprinkled the bacon salt on the tomatoes. So
this is kind of counter to your other argument you discussed earlier about healthy food, though, right?
Right. Hey,
with extra scoop of that bacon salt, yeah.
Yeah.
What about bacon flavored tofu?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about it?
We're talking. If it has a flavor, we're talking.
That's turkey flavored tofu.
That's the issue with tofu is it has no flavor. So next year, tofu cook all right. Right, Danny?
Yeah, okay, sure.
I'll tell you this. Jim Smith does a fried tofu at Hummingbird Way that's phenomenal.
Well, Jim Smith has his name on it. Yeah, I can see that.
It gets a great texture when you fry it.
Okay.
There's still no flavor, but it's a really cool texture. And then you just
got good texture. It don't taste like anything.
And then you dip it in the sauce, and that's what you flavor.
Would you dip it in bacon mayonnaise? Bacon flavor.
I would.
Whatever is texture, then you can have it.
Well, Danny, we appreciate it. Anytime you want to come on here and talk, buddy, the sound waves are here for you to use.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity. And, anytime we talk about Deborah Hodges and Billy Stitt,
in one sentence.
Out together, that's a good time.
Yeah, it's a real porkapalooza when those two show up.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. That's like.
Be sure to tell you guys, bacon on.
Bacon on. All right. Thanks a lot, Danny.
Thank you, Danny.
All right, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye. And for anybody who obviously missed those websites, we'll put that into the podcast. So.
Oh, wow. Thanks. Yeah. That's cool.
I always do.
Cool beans.
Yeah, Steve's on top of things. So you're judging bacon, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And what does your dietitian think about that?
I hadn't asked her.
What about your doctor?
I had to ask him.
He wants to judge too.
It's better to ask for forgiveness and for permission. I've always heard, but
you do know that you don't have to finish every dish. You just take a bite or two and then move on.
You didn't have to say that.
Yeah.
But
anyway, in fact, in your eat training, they will tell you not to finish dishes.
Well, when we I didn't finish the carrot cake yesterday.
Yeah. But if you're still hungry after you tried everything, then go back and kill yourself. But,
yeah, I tried.
But you don't want to overwhelm that palate.
Yeah. Now we were in an air conditioned building when we sampled last year.
Well, and, as long as the judges are air conditioned, that's really all that matters.
Yeah. And then I walked out after we got through, and I walked out to the field to meet some of the teams. I like to pass out.
Yeah.
It was hot, and they had paramedics on site because they were being
you were there.
They were being used
because they're like,
they were being
there's Bailey's coming to this. He's going to stumble and trip over something. Yeah, he's not bringing his stinking bicycle, is he?
Yeah, but it was the fun of it. Just the bad part was the heat.
Yeah.
The heat. And this year you don't have to pay toll if you go across the bridge, so that makes it more better. So I'm looking forward to it. I really am. It'll be here before you know it. And,
well, yeah, Saturday.
Yeah. And I'm off that day, and I'll go over there. And
man, they ever put any of these competitions on Sunday, I'll be there to judge.
There you go. Yeah. Might happen. Might happen.
I have Saturday obligations.
I understand.
we both work in the industry, but Mike is on the supply side, which means he gets a normal life. He gets
Sorta.
Monday through Friday.
Sort of.
Yeah, he's an elitist. I I think anyone who has a Monday through Friday day job, they're an elitist. They're a 1%.
Not really.
They're 1%. I don't care how much they make.
251-343-0106 is the Callahan's Irish Social Club text in line. We're going to talk some other stuff when we come back.
Other stuff. That's my favorite.
It's time for a checkup Monday at 1:50 when Sean talks with Dr. Reese Jones of Southern Cancer Center. They'll discuss the behavior of cancer. Don't miss this conversation Monday at 1:50. It's time for a checkup on FM Talk 106.5.
For more than 50 years, Mobile Bay Magazine has showcased the history, style, arts, dining, and entertainment that defines excellence on both sides of Mobile Bay. Each month's issue is filled with our unique Southern Alabama culture, beautifully captured and told through engaging articles and stunning photography. When you subscribe to Mobile Bay Magazine, you'll be swept into the pages where recipes, familiar places and faces, and untold stories abound. Start your journey today by visiting mobilebaymag.com. That's mobilebaymag.com.
Hey, this is Louis Arata with McConnell Automotive. If you need to get rid of a car, give us a call, 251-476-4141. Ask for Gene Stuckey. Give him the VIN and the miles. We'll give you a great price on it, 251-476-4141.
Speaking of food and odd items,
Yeah, is your source for
I'm
award-winning
sure
local
you've,
news, in-depth
you've all
investigative
seen
reporting,
Matrix.
commentary, cuisine
The movie
reviews,
is amazing.
and arts and entertainment
Not
coverage.
really.
One of the
as well
greatest
as the
jokes
best sports
in there
pages
is
in
that
Alabama.
Neo has to go to the
Is
Oracle
your
and accept
local newspaper. No one
a
covers
cookie.
this area like we do. Find us around town in one of our regional.
You don't think about it, but every time you go to a website, right,
And
you
yet
have
digital
to accept cookies. So and I never noticed this. This is pointed out on Facebook, and here's Keanu Reeves standing with the Oracle.
Get
Looking at
access
this
to
thing going.
lanyardmobile.com on a device devices. As
And I just
well as
never thought about it.
mobile
It's funny.
content, breaking news,
That
and
is
access to the lanyard
I'll get
archives.
one.
Well,
I'll go.
yeah.
I tell you,
Matrix is
watch
about
the
the internet,
first
the whole internet thing, and, you know, the inside thing. It's just kind of one of those insiders.
Only waste your time watching the first.
Geek toys.
The first one's okay. The second two are just terrible. Two of the worst movies ever.
Yeah, they're pretty hard.
There is an extended fight scene in the second one that goes about 30 minutes too long.
Imagine being
When
handed
they're
a
fighting,
microphone
doing kung fu on a bus roof on the interstate.
What would you say about
And we put the movie, and my buddy was like, man, that movie is as good as the last. That movie
Together,
was
we can
terrible.
create an effective
And
advertising
his son
campaign.
in the
Our
backseat
listeners
is
are eager for information.
during that
Trust our station
ridiculously
and every
boring
page
kung
has
fu
local
fight on the bus stop. The car that flipped over, you can actually see the ramp on the interstate. It's right.
Can help increase your
And
business.
those second two were just, let's come up with some cool fight scenes, and then we'll go back and try to cobble together a story.
It's kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean. The first one was awesome. When you start to see it, you kind of go, yeah, the second, third, and fourth.
And the first Matrix was a great movie, it was an okay movie, but the visual effects were Brendan Lewis. I've always stayed away from any movie if somebody says, you gotta see the special effects, and nothing else. That's all that's good about it.
We want to thank a few people. We want to thank Bob's Downtown Diner on the corner of Fat and Happy with North Jackson and St. Francis Street.
It's North Francis and St. Jackson. St. Jackson
Don't
5.
mess people up.
The St.
The
Jackson
St.
5.
So, you sit there when it was one-way street. We'd sit there hollering, and when we'd eat on the sidewalk, we'd sit there hollering at people, "You're going the wrong way."
No, you know what you holler? It's not there. It's the next one up by Blind Mule in the Temple. That's not a four-way stop.
Yeah.
Because people in St. Francis will just come and stop.
I know, that aggravated me.
Yeah. It's very simple. If there's not a red flashing light or a stop sign, you don't have to stop.
Unless you just want to look.
Yeah.
Unless you want to look.
Pedestrian, you better stop.
Yeah.
Stopping in the middle of a road when you're not supposed to be going is just as bad as going when you're supposed to be stopped.
There you go. Anyway, thank you, Bob's Downtown Diner on the corner of Fat and Happy. We want to thank Butch Cassidy's over there on Florida Street, in the middle of Flow Shell, which is Florida and O-Shell.
All up in the middle.
All up in the middle of it. And then we want to thank Hall Sausage and Wholesale Meats. get out there and look for it, ask for it by name. If you don't see it in your favorite grocery store, ask for it by name. Demand that they get it in for you.
And I'm going to throw
Tell
y'all
me you know
a
somebody.
tailgate recipe right here in
Okay.
60 seconds or so. Get some sharp cheddar cheese, put it in a skillet, low heat, start it melting. Get you some Hall's andouille sausage. You can brown it ahead of time if you want, but add that in diced up. And then a little bit, once the cheese is good and melted, a little bit of Zatarain's Creole mustard, kind of as a binding agent, and mix it all together. And then eat it with tortilla chips or pita bread or tortillas. You're just getting the cheese and meat into your face. The cheese and the meat right inside your kisser. And Deborah and I did that at an event at the fort. It may have been at the Bo Jackson event. I was helping her with some stuff up there, and we did. And it's based off a Mexican dish called queso fundido, Fundido. When I do it like that, I call it queso fundido, F-U-N-I-D-E-A-U-X. Fundido. Because it's got the Creole flavors, the andouille and the mustard.
Okay,
that sounds
great.
Great little dip.
Is it like a play off of faux, F-A-U-X, fake?
No, it's the E. Well, could be, but they change everything in Louisiana that ends in an O to E-A-U-X.
When I worked for K&B Drugs, I was there 6 years. They
selling drugs.
They spelled my last name with instead of a Y, it had an X. And they never corrected it. They never. And I'd go to the bank to deposit it, and they said, "Well, this is not your name." And I said, "They're French."
You did the Coneheads explanation.
French.
The old Coneheads defense comes through every time.
But yeah, my paycheck had B-A-I-L-E-X.
Yeah, Bailex.
They don't have a Y on their typewriter.
Bailex sounds like something you would have been selling when you were at the pharmaceutical company. Oh, you're gonna love this Bailex. It's great for your cholesterol, but it does make your toes grow an extra.
Yeah. I've had somebody say that to me in France once.
Yes, but it makes sense.
Missouri. Phone call for Missouri. That's kind of like a Peter Sellers thing. Think about a phone kill.
Of course, French. Why do you think I'm speaking with this outrageous accent? Monty Python.
Oh God, yes.
That's as intelligent as humanity has
Monty
ever
Python and Peter Sellers, and with a pink pen. That's just hilarious.
And then the modern version is South Park. Brilliant guys.
I love when Steve Martin used to do, and he just had a birthday, but he would do like a stuck-up, snobby French waiter, and in some incidents,
SNL skits, yeah.
And he was just hilarious, hilarious at it. And but I love those shows where they got the stuffy French waiter
that neither one of us have ever seen in real life.
No. Never. Well, I have, but not acting like that.
Right.
They were all nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Because they wanted that tip. They understood the system.
They understood capitalism.
Yep. So, you got anything coming up with Delta Safari or anything like that?
I am doing a bunch of compilations right now because it's too hot to be out doing stuff. And the compilation I've got dropping Tuesday is food related. The Delta's best Latin flavors. So that'll be dropping Tuesday at midnight. It's already uploaded and ready to go. Some of the favorite, and when I say Latin, because it's not just Mexican food. There's some Central American food mixed in there as well. Some places all around the Delta area, out as far as West Mobile, a place you may know on Dolphin Street, Lower Dolphin Street. Freddie's place. Frankie's place.
Frankie's place,
yeah.
Hey, you ought to get with Tanner, the mushroom guy, and go do a safari, a Delta safari, and see what y'all can find along the Delta, some of the mushrooms.
Well, here's the thing with mushrooms. You only look for them after a rain.
Okay.
And that's kind of hard to plan because you don't know when it's going to rain.
Oh, there's that.
Yeah.
We live in the South.
Yeah, but I also have jobs.
They're
So,
that can get away.
yeah. And odd off days of Thursday and Sunday.
Mhm.
And Sunday is half a work day because I have to be in here with you.
Chew.
Yeah, being here with you.
Okay.
Sip and chew.
What's your chew?
Yeah. But yeah, look for that one Tuesday, the Latin flavors one. I've got a couple of other ones set up, working on best gas station grill.
There you go.
I've already got 3 entries in that one that I've featured before on the show. And that's what I'm taking is just food segments that were on the tail end of an outdoor video and putting all the food segments together.
You know, I follow a lot because I'm involved a lot with the Baldwin County Foodies group, but I'm also on the Mississippi Gulf Coast Foodie group.
Mm-hmm.
And they post a lot about gas station food,
Mm-hmm.
especially the
Mississippi's got some good gas stations,
especially the ones who specialize in po' boys.
Yeah.
That's one I need to do.
And you know, the po' boy is not known as the official sandwich of Louisiana. It's the muffalata. It is the official sandwich of Mississippi. It's a grilled shrimp po' boy.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a grilled shrimp po' boy in Biloxi, so the next time I'm there, I'm going to be there. And it's supposed to have like some butter garlic sauce that goes on it. So we need to seek that out next time
I need to
we're
go over there.
crawling Mississippi looking for that
Yeah.
Biloxi grilled shrimp po' boy.
But I've always heard, especially over around past Christiana, Bay St. Louis, some of the gas stations in Long Beach got some gas
And
stations.
Jack's
po'
by the
boys.
tracks in Pascagoula is supposed to be one of the best sandwich places in the
One
country.
of the sushis.
Yeah.
Great
And
sushi,
sushi,
too.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And music on Friday nights.
You know, I've tried to get over there, and the one time that I went over was a Monday, and the entire city of Pascagoula is closed on Monday.
Yeah, it is. When I go there, my car keeps turning to Bozo's seafood. My car it's like fighting me, and it wants to go to Bozo's
Yeah,
seafood.
we need to road trip to Jack's by the track sometime.
I've been there. It's good sushi, but
But you hadn't tried the sandwiches?
no. But let's go on a Friday night when they got
High school football?
a lot of times Phil and Foster.
Because I'm thinking of driving to
McDonald.
Hurley, Mississippi Friday night to watch George County play East Central.
Now I'm working.
Because George County quarterback Deuce Knight is committed to Notre Dame, but all evidence is he's in the next week or so he's probably flipping to Auburn. I might go check him out. 6'4.5", 210 pounds. Great arm,
monster,
but a little raw, so he needs a gear.
All right, folks, get out there, support local, be local, buy local. Tip your servers in your tip, and be generous. Times are still tough for everybody.
And stop littering, y'all.
Just it.
Just randomly.
And use
stop
your
littering.
turn signal.
Yeah, use your turn signal. Stay out of the left lane.
Yeah. And what else, Stu?
Oh, provolone.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah. Dave's company just got the first ever